Hi, my name is Emma, and today I'll be talking to you about religious current event articles. The first article I will talk to you about is called Maryland Cross Case is a Chance to Rethink the Establishment Clause by Thomas Wheatley. This article is mainly about a cross in Maryland that has been accused of violating the Establishment Clause. This cross in Maryland was representing 49 fallen Prince George's County veterans of World War I, and it was up to the court that this violated the Establishment Clause. The court decided that it violated the Establishment Clause and two parts of the Lemon Test. They said that the cross needs to be removed because it expresses a religion. This article represents two major themes in our text. One being the idea of there is an essential paradox in American civilization. It's both intensely spiritual and intensely materialistic. And no one religious group can any longer claim dominance. The cross is related to a materialistic view because it represents the Catholic faith. This specifically relates back to the Civil War period. In the Civil War period, we were claimed as America was a Christian dominance nation. But in this case, no longer today do we have that, where we can claim dominance in a religion. So therefore, this did violate the Establishment Clause. The cases it relates to in that godless court are Lemon v. Kirkman and Everson v. Board of Education. It relates to the Lemon case because the court's decision was based off the Lemon test that they used in the Lemon v. Kurtzman case. They found that it violated two main parts of the Lemon test. They said the cross had a principal or primary effect that advanced, inhibited, and endorsed religion. This can relate to the decision in Everson v. Board of Education as well, because it relates to the fact, in that case, that the First Amendment has erected a wall between church and state. The wall in this case being the cross violating the Establishment Clause, and the other side of the wall being the memorial site and the state's opinion how this violates the Establishment Clause. The next article I will talk to you about is called Islam and Religious Freedom by R.D. Gordon. This article is about an American Jewish committee that believes people who say Islam is not a religion are at fault. It involves Islam's anti-Muslims, American Muslims, and American Jewish Committee. The anti-Muslims say a threat to religious freedom anywhere is a threat to religious freedom everywhere. Islams believe everyone should have a right to religion. The themes it relates to in our text are: we must recognize, of course, that not expressed beliefs which one supposes are one's central commitments are not always essential as one may think. As articulated and advocated by Justice David Schouder, religion and civil authority should be separated as much as possible. This attitude was not motivated by hostility to religion, but because separation of church and state stimulates the validity of each. And it also relates to a person's functional worldview, which may be somewhat different from a person's professed worldview. It relates to this because they talk about people believing that they are central, in this case, the centralized being the Muslims. Relating to a person's worldview is because the Islam's worldview is that they are a major religion, but some worldviews are that they aren't a religion at all. But this is biblically proven that this is a religion, and therefore they should not be discriminated against. The cases in that godless court that this relates to is States v. Ballard and Saints v. Amos. It relates to States v. Ballard because it's involving the one true religion and the religious freedom and its meaning of one true religion. In this case, not believing that Islam is a true religion. It relates to Saint v. Amos because in this case it claims that we shouldn't be secular and that all religions are equal. But these Islams aren't being treated as equal because they are supposedly not a religion, yet they are biblically proven to be a religion, so they should have all equal rights. The next article I will discuss with you is called Australian Law Allows Religious Schools to Reject Gay Students, PM Says, by Joshua Berlinger. This article involves Scott Morrison, Australians, the LGBTQ+ community, Bill Shorten, Christian Porter, anti-LGBTQ community, Republicans, Democrats, and many others. This was an article about a case in Australia where the Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, said religious schools were allowed to deny students based on their sexuality. The LGBT community is furious about this and feels they are being bullied. The themes that it relates to in strict separation is necessary for religious freedom, the separation being in this case sexuality and being admitted to the school. Another theme it relates to is the relationship between religion and the civil authority in this country is a legal, ultimately a constitutional concept. The Supreme Court is the final arbitrator of constitutional issues. Well, in this case, the state is able to tell the school that they are able to discriminate against the LGBTQ community because it is a religious school, and a religious school has the opportunity to defend their religious views. If it was a public school, on the other hand, they would not be able to discriminate against these students, and the students would be able to be admitted into the school. The other theme it relates to would be strict separation is not hostile to religion. Strict separation is necessary for religious freedom. The cases in that godless course that it relates to would be Edwards versus Aguillard and Brown versus Board of Education. It relates to Edwards' case because this is about being able to have academic freedom in your school choices. It relates to Brown's case because that case is about the concept of segregation. That case involved students being denied entrance based on their race, but in this case, it is because of students being denied on their sexuality. In turn, these two relate because they're both about students being discriminated against for either their race, their sexuality, their religion, or any certain thing they would identify as. I would like to thank you for listening to my presentation today and taking the time out of your day to listen to it. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope you have a good day. Thanks. Bye.